Everywhere you look, people are talking about discipline, how important it is and how it can completely change your life. And honestly, I tried to apply it in my own life. I forced myself to do things I didn't want to do, pushed myself to stay on track no matter what, because a disciplined person is supposed to be strong and unbreakable, right? But over time, I started noticing a huge problem with discipline, something that actually leads people to burnout and keeps them from getting the results they want. The people who promote this discipline mindset often present it as a tool that forces you to act even when you don't see the point or don't feel like doing it at all. And that's exactly where the problem is. When you constantly force yourself to do things you genuinely don't want to do, you're much more likely to burn out and get zero results than actually change your life. If you really think about your past, you'll probably remember that most of the things you did just because you had to didn't lead anywhere. It's the same pattern here. Now compare that to a different situation, when you truly understand what you're working toward and actually want it. In that case, you don't need to force yourself. You approach it with interest and a sense of responsibility, and the results are usually much better than doing the same thing with internal resistance. At the same time, there's an important nuance. We all have moments when we feel lazy or don't want to work, even if the goal really matters to us. That's where discipline can actually help. When you remind yourself why you're doing something and just take the first step without overthinking it. But if you're constantly overloaded, mentally or physically, of course you won't feel like working. And if that happens often, the issue isn't discipline, it's your system. You need to lower the pressure a bit and build a schedule that includes rest. Because if you try to work 24/7, don't be surprised when a week later you're burned out, exhausted, and blaming yourself for having no energy. Discipline, in its extreme form, often turns into doing things even when you see no meaning in them. And because of that, people keep working on projects they don't believe in. Keep going to the gym even when they know another type of activity would suit them better. They just can't let go because they have to be disciplined. Take a step back and reevaluate what you're doing. Focus on things that actually matter to you, that give you energy, not drain it. Don't blindly follow trends or do things just because influencers say you should. Feel the meaning behind your actions. Understand why you're doing something and where it's leading you. When you have that clarity, you won't need to force yourself anymore. You'll be working from a place of want to, not have to, and that's a huge difference. Take care of yourself. We'll talk again.